Monday morning. It is about 7:45 and I'm walking to a financial readiness class, which I hope is as interesting as I want it to be. And it's not just everything I've already heard before, like don't get credit cards or pay off your credit card bill completely at the end of the month. It's like, yeah, I know. It's downright cold and it feels good. I just wish I had longer pants. It's probably about 50 degrees right now, so I like the briskness. I need to dress warmer. I tend to dress for like 90 degrees and I'm like, oh, it might be cold, and so I dress for like 80 degrees, but it's 50 degrees. I need to learn to bundle up a little bit better. I really should get a selfie stick, but then everyone would know what I'm doing. People already think it's kind of weird that I just talk to my phone. I hope that most people think I'm like on a phone call or something. But then they see my face on the phone, they're like, oh no, she's just making a video of herself. It's weird. So I'm getting my exercise in today because I have to walk to that class because David's not here, and it's like a 20-minute walk, 15-minute walk. So, you know, not bad. And getting out and doing things is more fun than sitting at home. So, bonus, double bonus. And just so Momo can know, Fort Benning is full of pecan trees. Like, they are just all over the place, dropping pecans everywhere, and the squirrels are hilarious. They just run around and pick up pecans and eat pecans, and I assume they eat bugs. I don't know. They seem really, really happy, but I don't even know how many pecan trees I have seen, but it's super cool. So I just talked to the nicest employment readiness representative, and I'm meeting her tomorrow to go over my resume and talk about what we can do and where we can look for jobs. And she got me in touch with the volunteer coordinator because apparently it's, how do I say this? The jobs, especially on Fort Benning, because it's so small, are kind of scarce. You know, they open up and they get filled pretty darn quickly. And I don't have a lot of admin experience, so she recommended that I work with the volunteer coordinator because it's going to take time to find a job anyway, that in that time I volunteer, like in the mornings, an hour a day, whatever, it doesn't matter. Even the littlest bit is awesome. So the volunteer coordinator is going to help me get administration positions on base, hopefully in the building I was just in, because it's really close. I can walk to it in about 15 minutes. And I meant to tell you about the finance and budgeting class that I went to this morning. It was, I don't know what I expect from the finance classes anymore and the budgeting classes. It's pretty much, I already know. I know everything they talk about. I know the proper ratio. I know what you're supposed to be saving. I know to minimize your debts and expenses and to not have a carryover balance on your credit card because that increases your debt. All that I'm good with. So I don't know what I want out of those anymore. I think maybe I just want to be affirmed. I have no idea. Left halfway through at the break because it wasn't anything new to me. I was like, oh. I really just want to get paid. What I want to happen is I have my budget all laid out, and what I want to happen is to be 6 months in the future right now, after we've been paid and after we've been putting things in our savings, and I want to see that change right now, which is not possible. So we'll just have to wait. I'm amazed at how winded I am just from walking. I am walking kind of fast though, so. So we had to go fill in some gaps, and it costs some money, and we have not been paid yet, so we were really worried about making it to payday because we have accumulated some bills and expenses, especially for moving. So we were worried about that, and we're talking about, okay, you know, we didn't plan for this, and we're not financially set to deal with this surprise. And then I just thought, oh my god, I totally forgot you can make minimum payments on a credit card. And I know you're not supposed to. Don't get into me with that. I always pay off my entire balance. But right now it's between taking out an emergency loan or paying the minimum on my credit card. So that's probably what we're gonna end up doing. So instead of paying the full amount at the end of this coming month, we'll pay the minimum and then we'll immediately pay it as soon as we get paid. But that'll be like the first time I've done that intentionally. And I will hopefully never have to do it again.
Yeah, and to be clear, we are not out of money, we are not broke, we just have not been paid yet, and we will be back paid for all of this that we're not.
Yeah. And we've only spent what we can cover with his paycheck, but this surprise, basically the timing of the income versus the expenses being due is not working out really well right now. So it'll be a first time making a minimum payment on a credit card, but it'll allow us to not have to take out an emergency loan. And just so you know, the emergency loan is not a bad option either. It has 0 interest. It's an interest-free loan that you just get to repay back via the Army. So I'm heading back to ACS, the same building I went to yesterday, to meet up with one of the ladies in my spouse group to sign up for all the same events so that we can all go as a group, which is super cool. And I'm going there anyway because at 1 I have an appointment with the employment readiness counselor representative, so she can look at my resume and help me out with that. So that should be fun. It's a nice little walk though, and flip-flops are not the best, but I didn't want to wear tennis shoes again, which is a totally girly reason not to, but you know. So walking down there, hanging out. I haven't really unpacked. We're so close to being done and I can't quite push myself to finish. I'm hoping to finish today or tomorrow, so. We found this mailbox. It's an R2-D2 mailbox.
It actually says on it USPSJediMaster.com.
Hee Post. We're going into the hospital trying to pick up my script, so. Electrical meter installed in my house, and they said it shouldn't take too long, like less than an hour definitely, so that's super cool. Hopefully I will make it on time to my formal functions class where they teach us how to dress appropriately for all the different formal functions we end up going to. I have noticed that I have been downright skinny lately. Like, I'm not sucking in at all. That's just what I look like in the morning before I eat. And so as a note for you who are trying to lose weight, yeah, eating less, like my dad said, eating less will make you lose weight. And it doesn't matter if you eat Cheerios and chocolate bars, as long as you eat less calories, you're gonna lose weight. Going from my parents' income to us not having been paid yet and living off of our savings for 3 weeks' income, yeah, I've lost about 8 pounds. I weigh like 132 right now. So, you know, just eat less if you want to lose weight. It's a lot easier. Eat whatever you like. Eat your fried chicken, eat your potato salad, eat your pizza. It's all good. Just eat less food. Unless you're trying to be healthier, because then, you know, you gotta pick some different foods. But it's all good. Well, I just thought of a super duper bonus to making this walk every day to ACS. Either like whether it's for classes or because I actually get a volunteer opportunity there, which I want. It's basically I walk 2.5 miles every day. I'm not gonna run it. There's no way I would run 2.5 miles. Whew. But I at least get to walk 2.5 miles every day, and briskly. Like, it's not like I'm meandering or anything. So I mean, there's a bonus. Morning, it's Saturday morning, and David got to sleep in and I got to get up early because we got up at about 7:30. So that's reverse for both of us. And we are going to a volunteer opportunity called Feed the Valley. And that should be really, really fun. I don't really know what we're doing, but it was something to do on a Saturday, so we'll see how it goes. There's a couple other armor Bullock wives going too, so hopefully we'll meet up with them. But I'm excited to see. Might stay longer, might stay a half hour. Who knows?
But you can leave anytime you want.
Yeah. That was a really fun hour spent packing boxes. We actually didn't pack the boxes. We were breaking down the boxes that the food initially came out of. They did, well, I mean, you saw. So, I mean, they would open a can of beans or whatever it was, and then that box that held all the beans now has to get broken down. So we did that. Apparently they were pretty happy we came too, because the boxes were building up and we just went right through them. I thought that was really, really fun. I thought it was really nice too, because they said that the boxes that we packed pretty much go to elderly people to help supplement their food for the month, and I thought that was really, really cool.
Waffle House.
We totally went to Waffle House. I did not vlog it, but that was David's reward for working so hard this entire week and getting up early and then volunteering this morning. So he wanted Waffle House. So that's our treat for like the next month and a half. And then we went to Lowe's, which is like the best store. I love Lowe's and Home Depot and Staples. Just all that stuff is just good. And so we went to Lowe's because he had to get some plastic sheeting.
Plexiglass.
It's not plexi. To make a mat board. And he needs the mat board for work, and he's got to kind of make it. They should just start selling them. I guess it's cheaper to make it, but you know. So we did that, and the lady at Lowe's, we were waiting in line, and the line wasn't moving. There was one person in front of us being checked out, and it was taking a while. So we were like, okay, let's try the self-service. So we walk over to the self-service, and you know how there's a lady or a person that says, okay, use this one, or they're there to help you when something goes wrong? Well, this lady was probably like, I don't know, 63?
Maybe a little older, too.
65, 67, maybe, I don't know, somewhere up there. And we just are like, this one? Okay. And she looks at us and she goes, are you military? Yes. And she said, oh, well, don't use that. They don't have a military discount. Come over here. And so she checks us out. And David, while she's checking us out, says, am I that obvious? And she says, oh, yeah, but yes. And he says, oh, I can't blend. What'd you say?
Yeah, I guess I'll never blend in then.
I guess I'll never blend in, or I guess I don't blend in. And she said, oh, you don't really want to be blended in with what's walking down the street nowadays.
She just burned my generation.
Pretty much.